Wake up, children.
Wake up, children. Comrie,
Ugh.
are you alright? Are you?
Yes and no.
Okay, good. Well, you may be wondering why we're here, but that's actually very important. We are discussing our people, or your parents' people. As you know, we hail from this continent, known as Otard, Ortard. It's a difficult name. And you know that we are a rare sight in Eorzea. People think we're actually dragons, or part of the dragon species. And that is very strange indeed, because it couldn't be further from the truth. Now, does anyone know if you know from you about the mythos? And you, Petertje?
Mm, heard it once, but not really familiar with it.
Well then, let me explain. You see the mole tribe here, for example, right?
Yeah.
They are part of the Sela of our race, and we, Kane and me, are Rains. But we both stem from the same heritage in a way. You see, our creation myth, the of the Auri, is of a world formed by the Dawn Father Azim and the Dusk Mother Nama, and the Sela follow Nama, the Dusk Mother, while we follow Azim, the Dawn Father. They created us for one purpose, actually, and it is rather saddening. But we were sister like tribes, or father like tribes in a way, basically siblings, and to put it mildly, we were forced to fight against each other because you see, Nama and Azim, they got into a quarrel about who should rule the new world, and the mortals, or well, other mortals created in it. We served as soldiers in this war, and we, the Rain and the Seda, were the first of the Aura that were this, well, forced soldiers. Forced to fight against our siblings, a bitter struggle was waged in the name of, well, our father and mother in a way. This has never really healed for Kane and me, as, well, to put it mildly, we had experience in it. And, well, some say that we put our differences aside. This honestly couldn't be further from the truth in my eyes. Wouldn't you agree, Kane?
Yeah, there was never really a reconciliation or anything. It's just the rain. They basically left the Azim Steppe, our ancestral homeland here,
Yeah,
while the Zela stayed.
and I do blame our own people for this in a way. But after the new generation was born, Azim and Nama witnessed this and reconciled themselves. They returned to the heavens and switched custody of us depending on the time of day. During the dawn, Azim would protect his children, and during the dusk, Nama would. But what Kane just said is true. We, the rain, left our home place. We went deeper into the mountains if you look behind us. And others went to the sea far back. But if you look to your right, Komori, there's a place. You know what it is?
Um, Dawn Throne,
Indeed. And there lives a specific tribe there, the
of
Oroneer.
which I do not know the name of.
What did you say?
Of which I do not know the name of.
It's the Oroneer. Kane, could you tell us about it?
Well, the Oranir are a special case. I myself it took me a long time to really understand them. At first, I thought they were actually Rain who just stayed on the Azim Steppe, but no, they're also Xela like the rest of the tribes, but they believe that they're actually the children of the Dawn Father Azim, and that they were put on this star to watch over the rest of the Xela. That they
Consider.
would be
No, sorry. Continue.
their keepers, basically.
Yeah. So that is a thing. You would say that is quite strange because they're clearly Sailor, but they think they're Rain in a way. And this comes widely known that we are the most known to put it. We are in the center of Outert and the surrounding islands, and we have made strong relations with the Hayur and other races, adapting readily to the new cultures. However, some of us stay undersea, and if I be honest, I'm kind of disgusted by the lack of, well, care we show to our Sela brethren. Instead, we care about people that are not part of our race, while completely ignoring the struggles that the Sela face. And I truly find that saddening. Now, Kane, could you talk about the dressing manner that we adopt?
Should we start with the Aura in general, or
The
or the
aura in
Xela?
general.
Alright. Well, we have probably the most unique thing about the Aura's sense of fashion. If you would, our belts. They have a special scale-like pattern, usually the same found across our skin and our tails.
Indeed. And as a matter of fact, I we can showcase that later because we will go deeper into this in a later session where we talk about the dressing manners of all races. The Hayur, the Rothgar, the Rogadin. I would say the Lalafels too, because that's your race, and the Mikota, the Ellison, the Viera, and lastly, of course, the Aura. That will be what we'll be going about in a later time, back in class. But maybe we could talk about our tongue. And Kane, if you could please do that.
About our tongue.
Our native
Oh yeah.
tongue.
For some reason, I thought our literal tongue.
I
Well,
mean, we don't have forked tongues.
yes, despite what these guardians might say.
Yes.
Well, our language here on the Azim Steppe, most of the Zela still speak the old Auri tongue, which it's in contrast to us Rain. Well, we adopted the common tongue when we assimilated into the far eastern culture here, which it's basically the same as the Eorzean variant with a slight dialect basically, but it's
Yeah, to
also
put it mildly, where the Seda speak the old Auri tongue and we still do ourselves as sisters, we have trouble speaking in a more common tongue because there are differences in the way your language is constructed. And I will go on about this when we get to the Sela and Rain. But let me go on about the identity of our people. We, all of us, we have a strong possession of self-preservation instinct. Like our instinct just screams that we need to protect ourselves. But this doesn't only go to ourselves, as in just our individuality. It goes to protecting our family, our tribes, it is not uncommon to see the Seda who watches someone else being how to put this, seeing another Seda being attacked. It's not uncommon for them to protect them. It doesn't have to be for their tribe or their family. It's an inherent nature. It's an instinct, and we Rain have it too. So most Rain ensure that we live peacefully with other races to ensure the safety of our own kind, because we're frankly at the minority. And the Seda, however, shun these relations. That's an opposite, almost like the night and day in opposites. We have different ways of expressing this, and Seda are very fierce in this. They shun races with relations with races, and even viewing strangers of their own kind, sometimes as potential enemies. But even this, well, how to put this? We have this inherent nature, as I said, to protect our people, and we can't deny that. Even if we were to say completely hate the Oranir, in a matter of utmost direty, we would still protect them over other people. It's our base instinct. Now, I suppose we could actually visit the Oranir if you guys want, or the lands.
Sure, why not?